Hey there, Utah. Good morning. Meteorologist Nate Larsen here with Fox 13. We've got active weather in store again for today. That's after some pretty wild conditions yesterday across southern Utah, as expected, right? A lot of the models had held off on showers and storms for Washington County until sundown, and that's kind of what we saw. We'll kind of walk through some of what we saw as well with radar and some of the flash flooding that we saw. We'll kind of dive into what we're expecting today, especially as a strong cold front's moving through. So let's kind of jump into what we're looking at outside right now for northern Utah, Wasatch Front. We've got a little bit of moisture in place. Overall, pretty calm weather out there early this morning. We're going to continue to see nice conditions, I think, through late morning, but we've got the breezy winds, a strong south flow, but things are really going to change into the afternoon. As you're stepping outside, temperatures were above average as well with that south flow in place. So we've got 60s and upper 50s on the map for much of northern Utah. Looking at 65, St. George, pretty comfortable there. We've had overcast skies this morning. Less moisture in store for southern Utah today, especially St. George, but we're still looking at active conditions. So yesterday, if you remember, our excessive rain outlook did have much of southwest, south central Utah in that moderate or red area for numerous flash flooding. Today, we've got a slight chance across southwestern and southeastern Utah with a marginal to isolated flash flood risk for much of the state. So even northern Utah included in this, as we're expecting some heavy rains along the cold front that's going to move through later this afternoon. So looking, let's see, did I have this set up in southern Utah? We had some decent shower activity overnight. This morning, pretty calm. That's Lake Powell, of course. I showed you the excessive rain outlook. Here's the severe weather outlook. So we're also going to be looking at potential severe storms, isolated severe storms, as the front marches through the state. We'll kind of talk more about timing, but all of the storm prediction, or the Storm Prediction Center has all of the state with that marginal risk, meaning we could see isolated severe storms. Severe storms indicate stronger wind gusts up to 58 miles per hour or higher, larger hailstones an inch in diameter, and of course, heavy wetting rains. And that's what we're expecting. So we still have moisture streaming up from the south. And so there's still ample moisture in play ahead of this front that's moving through. You notice there's a little bit of a shift. It is shifting closer to the Four Corner area. There is a little bit of a dry wedge of air in between the front that's moving in, as well as the surge of moisture coming up from the south. And so things are pretty quiet across southwestern Utah this morning. So we haven't had much active weather out there. A few showers rolled through some of the mountains in Iron, Washington counties, but most of the weather this morning's been over western Colorado, light precipitation in eastern portions of Grand San Juan County. Notice that in and around St. George, things are quiet right now, and even in northern Utah, fairly calm ahead of the moisture that's moving in. So you kind of see the leading edge of the front working its way into northeast Nevada, south central Idaho, through some of the Magic Valley there. As it gets closer, we're going to see increasing south winds. We'll see increasing storm threat as well. From the bar graph, timing wise, just kind of give you a better idea. If you've got outdoor activities this morning, maybe you're going to prep your yard for some of the stronger winds that could move in. If you've got outdoor decorations, it looks like late afternoon into the evening. That's when we're going to see the front really move through, and the best chance for some severe weather. So we'll start to see scattered showers ahead of the front, and then widespread shower activity as the front moves through. In southern Utah, not a huge threat. I'll show you what some of the maps are showing, but could have a few isolated storms move through later this afternoon and evening. I think the highest resolution model was showing maybe later this evening as the cold front sweeps through southern Utah, could see a decent chance of some weather. So generally the moisture in eastern Utah kind of pushes east. We'll see more scattered showers pop up. Still, that risk of flash flooding is going to be in place today for our southern recreational areas. It's probable, meaning we're going to see some flooding in low-lying areas, slot canyons. Here's kind of the timing on the front. This is about 5 o'clock. So notice into the afternoon, northern Utah, 2, 3 o'clock, we'll see some of those scattered showers pop up, mainly north of I-80. And then as the front gets closer, I know we've got the music festival outside today. The Rice Echo Stadium's got the Ute game. Lots of outdoor events. This evening could be impacted by the passing of the cold front. So this is about 7, 8 o'clock. So kind of right during the game, we're going to be in the thick of it. Could have some lightning delays. We could see some of those severe storms as the front moves through behind it. Things should calm down pretty quickly. More steady rains until moisture clears out early Sunday. Southern Utah, notice it's late tonight. Best chance of any shower activity after, maybe 9, 10 o'clock. Front moves into southeast Utah overnight and kind of clears out early tomorrow morning. So it's a pretty quick moving storm system. Still expected to put down a decent amount of rain as it moves through. And then we could start to see moisture increase as early as Monday afternoon in the Four Corner area yet again. So not much difference. So that was the high resolution rapid refresh model. We call it the HER. This is kind of our in-house model, shows similar timing, generally scattered showers. Yet again, this is 4 or 5 o'clock. Front still comes in right around 6, 7, at least the leading edge of it. Coldest air moves in as it passes. Notice the snow in the higher elevation. Snow levels should drop into Sunday morning down to about 6,500 feet, but snowfall amounts aren't looking super impressive. So the higher elevations, maybe 2 to 4 inches in our mountains, but generally not a big snow event. The biggest impacts are going to be the strongest wind, or the strong winds, the gusts, some of the heavy rain that could be associated with these as well. So officially keeping, of course, showers and storms in the forecast. We've got a Utes football forecast for you showing the temperatures in the upper 60s with the stronger winds. And then thunderstorms possible still at kickoff at 8:15 before it changes over just to rain by 10 o'clock. So ponchos, warmer clothing as temperatures are going to cool off quite a bit for the outdoor activities today. Let's see what else. Timing on the front. Tomorrow's going to be a much nicer day with southwest flow picking up. So if you've got outdoor plans, maybe postpone them if they're especially later tonight and into the late afternoon and evening hours. Tomorrow's going to be a nicer day, but cooler, much cooler. Here's the forecast for how much rain we could expect to see. Oh, and I didn't go over rain totals with what we saw. So we did have flooding yesterday, flash flood alerts for Washington County. There was, National Weather Service said that Washington County Emergency Management reported multiple debris flows across several roads in and around the Pine Valley area. So I know there was concern with the Forsyth fire burn scar. They had debris flows of 150 feet wide, 6 to 8 inches deep. Let's see, those were peak flows, Santa Clara River gauge at Pine Valley. So could have more flash flooding today in some of those areas. That's the only official report I have. I know we've seen some pretty great photos come into Utah's Weather Authority Facebook group. So Southwest Utah, not a lot of rain today. Notice models giving us 1/100 of an inch or so. So not a huge threat for moisture in St. George, even Cedar City now that some of the showers have moved through this morning. But we've had over an inch of rain in Cedar City in 24 hours, and St. George has had almost 7/10 of an inch. So good wetting rains there. Let's see. For a lot of the Wasatch Front, we're hoping for a good 1/2 of an inch. This latest run's come down from what it was showing earlier. Cache Valley could get pretty socked in with some of the showers, and still some areas of East Utah with moisture moving up, scattered storms into the afternoon. So with monsoon moisture, even though the front's moving in, we'll get organized and defined showers that develop along the front. With monsoon showers, it's still kind of like popcorn showers with just bubbles or pockets of moisture that form. And those showers, again, could put locally heavy amounts, which is why we've got flash flood concerns, but widespread precipitation is hard to kind of dictate because it can be scattered in nature. So threat for moisture today, less of a chance tomorrow. I wanted to show the precipitation total. So where was that? So these are what I gathered earlier, and we haven't had much, if any, shower activity out there. So Lava Point, North End, Zion National Park, over 2 inches in 24 hours. Ash Creek, I believe, was up to over 2 inches now. Let me pull up the current 24-hour totals that are just updated with any new rains. See, so Lava Point's 2.29 now. Ash Creek still at 1.99. I think Cedar was up a little bit. They're now at 1.07. Airport still 0.68. Sand Hollow 1.43, so that's the same. Anyway, so yeah, really good rain. A little too much though with the flooding that we saw too quickly. St. George Airport. So yeah, not very much today for folks in St. George. Fortunately, give you a chance to recover. If you had any video or any damages, I know we were trying to gather more information to see what other impacts there were with flash flooding or the heavy rains that came down last night. So let us know if you had any more impacts. I think we saw a tree was lit on fire by lightning. There was a pine or a palm tree that was shared with us on our Facebook page that showed that. So yeah, active weather out there again for today. I guess the last thing I'll show you is the flood watch map. Again, all areas, eastern and southern, even portions of central Utah until tonight have a risk of flashing. So something to keep in mind. And again, timing late this afternoon and evening for the Wasatch Front. And should see a decent amount of rainfall from it as well. Hopefully your sprinklers are off. You don't need those on anymore. Cool enough temperatures, enough active weather out there. Save what water we have, what little water we have anyway. So we'll be continuing to track, monitor the storm, come back with any updates. Appreciate you watching and stay safe out there. Enjoy your weekend. We'll check back later.